announcement for all the faint-hearted. You might want to dip before the jerks get started. If you like frank conversation, then pull up a seat. If you like the unexpected, then you're in for a treat. But you're not a captive, there's no ransom to pay. You can just hit the X if you don't want to play. Don't like what we do, then you can hit the X. Don't like what we say, you can hit the X. Don't want to join the crew, you can hit the X. You don't have to stay, you can hit the X. This is not a hostage situation, you can hit the X. This is not a hostage situation, you can hit the X. This is not a hostage situation.
You're embarrassing yourself. Go to bed.
A snake will shed its skin, but its behavior stays the same. They may be silent for a while, but they can never stop their games. The pigs and the snakes, the same from the start. Avatars and names changed, but never, ever hard. You need to understand that a fake is going to fake. You better believe that a snake will stay a snake. A snake will stay. Basking in the sunshine, you think that things are calm, but they slither in the bushes, still out there causing harm. Basking in the sunshine, you think that things are calm, but they slither in the bushes, still out there causing harm. The fakes and the snakes, the same from the start. Avatars and names changed, but never, ever hard. You need to understand that a fake is going to fake. A fake. You better believe that a snake will stay a snake. Yeah, a snake will stay. Basking in the sunshine, you think that things are calm, but they slither in the bushes, still out there causing harm. Basking in the sunshine, you think that things are calm, but they slither in the bushes, still out there causing harm. You need to understand that a fake is going to fake. You better believe that a snake will stay a snake. A snake will stay. A snake will stay. A snake will stay. A snake will stay. A snake will stay.
Special shout out to Jonesin. I saw people speculating in the chat that that was aimed at her. Jonesin knows that it isn't, and has even played it. She thought it was very funny. No, it was a general observation. on YouTube. Hello, everybody. It's lovely to see you.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, guys. It's been a minute.
Do you
It has
remember
been
us?
so long.
Hey everyone.
Yeah, we have a few member milestones that I want to acknowledge
Some
before that gets
fantastic
away
ones,
from. Yeah,
including
so
A1 from day one.
yeah, well, let's start with that one. Tits McGee.
Our very first
Number
member.
one, boom, bitches. Our very first member. Thank you for being a member for 13 months. And right behind her, we have missed her so much. We have True Crime Tamara.
Welcome
It
back,
is
honey.
so fantastic to see Tamara back. You've been missed, darling.
Yes, we've missed you so much. And then at a member for 12 months, we got Popcorn and M&M's. She's proud to be a jerk.
Good to
That's
see you.
lovely. That's nice to know.
Pollyanna says, love you ladies, member for 13 months. We got a
And we
few
love
that have been
Pollyanna
here
back.
from day one. Archangel, member for 6 months. Thank you, Archangel. We love you. Mazakine, also one of our first members, member for 13 months. Another stars. We love stars.
Stars is such a
Beautiful
troublemaker.
Stars. Stars is practically a jerk. She really is another A1 from day one.
Yeah. Thank you for being a member and supporting the jerks like you do, Stars. And Six Up, member for 12 years. She says, what? 1 year? Best year ever, jerks.
It's good to
And
see.
then,
Yes, I'm sure there's still a few people who can't get over the whole Six Up Media jerks friendship. I know that some people like to say we're a collective as if we've always been friends. Not true, but I am so glad.
here's
know-
another one, though, that might surprise a lot of people. Are you ready? This person has been a member for 13 months. So as long as we've had memberships, they have been a member.
Victim.
Salute, victim. There have been a few months where you've been paying membership, and we've been at each other's throats. Let's not beat around the bush. So that's actually very sweet.
Isn't it? It's very sweet.
Yeah, it really is. I've caught a couple of her lives lately. She's doing pretty good over there.
Yeah, she is. Yeah,
Much
she is.
better than Purple.
Definitely so. So she, Dictum is one of those that took criticism as constructive and went out there and made some changes. And, she's been on fire lately. So good on her. Thank you for being a member for 13 months, Dictum. And that covers the ones we have so far. So we may get some more milestones coming in. But
I thought I saw Tara.
Tara. Oh,
She's
I
new
missed Tara.
She's new here.
Oh, wait. There are, okay. They are, look, they snuck in
And,
behind.
the
There's
Irish one
four
as well.
more. There's 4 more. I see them. So we have Ert, as I like to call her. I love and miss you, jerks. And then we do have Tara, member for 13 months. I don't know how that's possible. She's new here.
I thought Tara was new here.
Right? And then we also have Nine Lives Mama, another one's been a member for 13 months. Says my favorite group of ladies. And somebody say it for me because I say it wrong.
I don't know.
Oh, we told us how to say it properly.
Yeah, but she bounced. We're screwed now. That was weeks ago.
Oh my gosh. Oh, anyway, we love ye, ladies. You know who you are. I'm not gonna slaughter the name, but member for 12 months. Thank you so much.
We've got a super sticker. That means I can play the new super sticker thing.
Oh, fun.
Let me get it.
Look at that, and didn't even help us pronounce the name. Thank you for the super sticker.
If you don't understand the joke of this little thank you, you really need to be catching up with some of Six's coverage of Nikki.
The jerks would like to thank you for the magic bread.
Where would we be without the magic bread?
And where would we be without cracking asses, member for
True
13
facts.
months? The
There'd
jerks.
be a lot less laughs in the clubhouse, that's for sure.
We love you, Kraken. Oh, look. These people are sneaking in on me, guys. I'm trying real hard. Gabble Geeks, thank you, member for 6 months. She said,
Thank you,
ooh, have a halftime milestone. If I missed anybody, I promise I didn't do it on purpose. I think I'm caught up.
Can I just answer Dictum's comment here? It was not a problem at all. I knew exactly what you were doing. And when I replied to your comment, it wasn't so much a reply to you, it was sort of like a reply to the general audience, that we know that that's a troll, Lolita, and that we in fact haven't had a word with Lolita since the day of the split. People are, they'll take advantage and try and stir up trouble any way they can. So no, it was no problem at all. And it was interesting that they came and commented under your live. But I think that also was a bit of a giveaway. But yes, it was really convenient that you didn't automatically delete it, because it allowed me to say what I needed to say. So thank you.
I'm Lolita anyway. Everybody knows that.
Oh, I thought
Apparently
I was Lolita.
so. Apparently so. I've heard speculation that Tanga was also Lolita, and Eliza was also Tits, and
Oh, that's right. I'm tits. I wish I had big tits.
I'm a 500-pound guy called Dennis from
That's right.
Queens in New York using a voice changer, and just lots. Oh, it's the soup. Hey.
I'm here. Have
Thank
we not started?
We got started without you, but we just barely started. We just went through. Well, we showed the snake video, and
you're
then
good.
we
did a lot of thank yous.
Milestones.
Oh yeah, I'm
For
only 12
milestones.
minutes out. Yeah.
And too bad you missed the super chat. You'll have to wait and see if we get another one, because Pearl has a fabulous new one that's going to crack you up.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
Although I have to say, I have something, especially for Soup, that Soup posted an image which has been doing the rounds today of Sebastian Rogers' father. Now,
God.
it's a difficult situation, because obviously they're going through a personal family tragedy. But I have to say, I've been through a lot of grief and difficult circumstances in my life. It's never made me break out in braids. I don't quite know what the hell was going through his mind, but I do know what the hell was going on top of his head. You need to see this.
You got to see it, y'all.
Let me just grab it.
What is it, the braids?
I like it. No?
No, Tanga. Now we're not bashing him, so y'all, no. Just the hair.
Just the braid.
Fancy, thank you.
Yep. So now, Pearl, you can play your thing for Soup, because Fancy was nice enough to send us a $5 super sticker. Thank you so much, Fancy.
Thank you, Fancy.
And we.
The jerks would like to thank you for the magic bread.
You love that one, Soup?
Yes. Speaking of magic bread, I saw on Reddit the news that Fred must have got a job, which was quite astonishing.
What? You're kidding?
Apparently so. On Reddit, somebody took a photograph of the Dollar General and posted it, and I thought, flipping heck, Fred's got a job.
Fred. Technical difficulties.
At the Dollar General?
I mean, we saw the post.
Looks legit.
Sure.
Let's face it, they practically live in there.
Lord, they do. Every night. Same night. There goes Fred, Ziggy, and the little dog.
I still cannot get over the whole magic bread incident. Um,
We have a new member.
Hey, Shining.
How do we have it? Oh,
Yay!
Welcome to membership, Shining.
it showed it twice. That's weird.
Thank you, Shining.
It shows her twice. Has everybody else seen it twice?
What? No.
New member?
Yes, I'm seeing it
I do.
twice as well.
New
I
member.
hope you
new
don't get
member.
charged twice.
Yeah, it shows it twice. Lenny's box braid daddy. A day without sunshine is, not. These comments.
Lord. It's going to be one of those days, huh?
We have been able to cut up for a while, yeah.
We haven't. And it's such a good time to laugh.
It is. And we're going to do so.
We are.
Oh, yes.
And Tamara is back. Everybody welcome Tamara.
We did. We welcomed her back. She had a milestone chat too for her 13 months. She's also one of our first members.
Tamara's been with us for a long time.
Yep. Sure
And
has.
Tara, she's new here.
Tara's new, but somehow she had a membership for 13 months too. I don't know. It was weird.
I've got a little screenshot that doesn't really link to anything other than me wanting to say something negative about Tiffany Marie. So can I just deal with that now so that we can deal with it? I don't know whether you probably do know there's been quite a lot of speculation caused by Granny's Watching showing footage of allegedly with Brittany J falling asleep, nodding out,
Right.
whatever. I don't know, and I wouldn't wish to speculate. But I have to say, of all the people on YouTube who speculate about other people's issues, to see Tiffany Marie post this was incredible.
Oh, she posted another one today, Pearl Long O community post. Look at this, y'all. Tiffany. What? Girl.
Tiffany, one of the first people who will be there to stamp on the fingers of anybody lying on the floor, trying to sort of make their way through life. But surprisingly, is there defending Brittany J. Now, there's nothing wrong with defending Brittany J. I support the idea of people being generally supportive about people's problems not being aired out if they're trying to work their sobriety. But Tiffany, you are such a hypocrite. The amount of people that you have dogged and alleged things about, and suddenly you come in like Mother Teresa, it just beggars belief.
Oh,
And
well,
who else saw her over there on Molly Go Harder or whatever it is, her channel? Who else saw Tiffany over there on panel with Molly? Yucking
no,
it
I
up
missed
like
that.
they were besties. Yeah, that
What?
happened last night.
I missed it.
Oh yeah.
Last time those two were together, they were fighting over sunglasses.
Yep.
I didn't see it, but I did hear that almost immediately she was throwing out a slur for little people.
Yep, she did. And then she was shocked that she's not allowed to say the M word, and she's like, well, I'm going to say it a lot, blah, blah, blah. It was just, I didn't keep it on, so I couldn't tell you everything that happened, but I was just like passing through and saw that Molly was on there with Tiffany. I think Tiffany was in the title, so they must have like been planning it or something. I don't know.
They're the type of people, it doesn't matter how bad they've said, what they've said to each other, about each other, and what they've done to each other. They always somehow come back together. I don't understand it. There's some people, I can't get over it. So,
And before I forget, Lady 7 Up, welcome to membership. Thank you for becoming a member. I don't want to. Trying to keep up with those.
Oh,
You would
Lady
think,
7
wouldn't you,
Up.
Pixie? You would think that we have moved on sufficiently that people are aware of the fact that little people is the chosen term for people who have those sort of genetic birth issues. But no, Tiffany's got to be in there and say exactly what Tiffany wants to say. Apart, of course, from if anybody's referring to anything to do with Tiffany, and then you'd better toe the line.
Oh yeah. And then she'll accuse you of being a predator or something weird like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of allegations of being a predator thrown around casually on YouTube. It's now 8 weeks since Tiffany went up on Queen Bee's and attacked Wee and said that she was putting together her little presentation, that she would be on Queen Bee's Live, and everybody would see the evidence that we were all part of an international child grooming network. Didn't happen. Obviously, Tiffany went for the longest nail fill in history, got distracted, moved on to something else.
Oh, do you see what Fox Mulder's saying here? Tiffer's got demonetized?
Oh, no.
No.
Is that true?
I don't know. I'm just saying that I'm seeing it just like you guys. I don't
Well,
know.
no wonder she's running around like she's got a bee in her bonnet.
Oh, no. That would be a tragedy.
Tragedy. Tragic. We need Soup to let us hear from Tiffers right now. How you feeling?
I don't really care if I'm demonetized because unlike you broke bitches, I'm not here for that. I'm here for the children. So carry on.
Thank you, Tam.
Fuck off.
Yeah, as Bugsy says, she's demonized.
She's demonized. She is. Demonized.
Yeah, there's a few of those on these streets as well.
6 Up says there is no join on her channel.
Then, yep, that would be the case. Thank you, Fox Mulder, for that update.
Yeah, thank you for bringing in the tea.
I can only hope that it's not a by choice thing and it's something that has actually been decided for her.
Right.
It's gone. Wow. Well, I'll tell you, YouTube has been making their rounds. If you're not keeping up with their mini TOS, and they've got a lot of them.
Ever changing TOS.
Yeah. Then Georgette, I know. I reached out to her yesterday. And I told her, I said, Georgette is looking for you. Because every time I see Georgette, she's like, where is we? Where is we? I haven't seen her in a week or so.
Bugsy, I don't think TM can get a job at Duncan. I think they've had their fill of her.
Hey, infamous truth teller, good to see you.
Well, ladies, what do y'all think? Are we getting into it?
Yep, we
What do you
can
want
go
to
there.
do? Do you want to start with Tanga? Do you want to start, or should we get the weather and Queen Bee out the way?
The weather? Did you say the weather?
She did say the weather. But yes, that makes sense when.
Well, I mean, that's up to you guys. I mean, we could do another short story and then get into it. It's however you want to do it.
Yeah, this will be brief. If I put the link in the back chat, can you share screen, Soup?
I can.
This is Sinner's video, if anybody can drop the link for it. It's a short video, it's not a long thing, but I thought that it was significant. And
this is.
I also wanted to play a little clip after that I clipped from yesterday of B. Tim. These people need to get some proportion about what is happening to so many people in your country. The devastation is so bad, it is a lead story in the UK. And yet people are so casual about it on some of these channels. It's shocking. This is Sinner. I hope that Sinner won't mind us playing it. I don't think he'll mind.
No, Sinner
This is very well put together, and it makes the point perfectly.
All right, here we go.
Catastrophic Category 3 hurricane has just made landfall near Siesta Key, Florida. Now, this is a life-threatening situation with officials stressing if you did not get out, you need to be sheltering in place right now. Milton is packing winds of up to 120 miles per hour. Nearly 800,000 people are already without power. Storm surge warnings are in effect up and down the coast as some parts could see up to 15 feet of rising water tonight. Now, this is on top of a record-breaking number of dangerous tornadoes ripping through the center of Florida throughout this chaotic day. Dozens of twisters through communities hours before landfall. Again, that is ahead of the hurricane. Some areas already reporting roofs torn apart and people hurt. There were more than 100 tornado warnings today, the most ever in Florida in a single day.
At approximately 8 p.m. on Wednesday, October 9th, 2024, Hurricane Milton crashed upon the shores of Florida. At that exact same time, Rebecca, aka Queen Bee, went live. In her title, Hurricane Milton makes landfall. For the following 2 hours, she laughed and giggled with very little mention, if any mention, about the storm whatsoever. The following is an audio excerpt of what occurred in that exact live. Give a listen.
There's a video where, and look, somebody sent me a message and was like, oh, fuck, are you ready for this? I'm like, what? She's like, oh my God, Betty's street sign flew off and you know you're going to get blamed for it.
Is it a storm chaser? It's all did. You sent that storm chaser. We don't know who that storm chaser was, but 20.
God dang, I just got to interrupt and pause for the calls. Stop laughing at all costs. Sorry.
Sent that storm chaser and it hit that storm chaser's car. Yep, I heard about that.
Texas Blue Bonnet said, keep shaking them bushes. I know that's right. You know it's cold as fuck out there. That rain's probably cold, and you know what I'm saying. It's I would not want to be. I would not want to be there. Slim Jim gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, baby. Michelle gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys supporting the hive. I appreciate it.
And even though it's in
showing
Florida,
love on this Wednesday night.
You know, even if it's
look,
in
Amy
Florida,
said I had to stop watching. He scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Mitch Franklin said she's home with the juice. Juice.
Fucking crazy.
You guys are too fucking much, man. Whistledown said I asked JLR if he sees Bet's. I asked JLR if he sees Bet's thong to let me know. He had to come in here and fucking get us going, didn't he?
Where?
Mama Duck gifted a membership. Did you get it, Aries?
Did you get it, Aries?
Look, no.
Dad, you had to come in here and fucking get us going, didn't you?
Where?
Mama Duck gifted a membership. Did you get it, Aries?
Did you get it, Aries?
Look, no. Fit and Curvy gifted one. Pistol
come on, YouTube. Come on.
Skeptical deliver. Aries.
Let's go.
On now.
Get one.
No.
Dang it. Aries, you're unlucky.
I am not. Look, I am about
Aries.
done. Hold on. Lori Live 360 for the win gifted a membership. Did you get it?
That one word.
Come on. What? Say it like Dog's Bounty Hunter did. YouTube, God,
I just
let me have you.
I'm leaving. I'm going over here. I'm gonna go fight the storm. I'm going there. I'm going here. I'm doing that.
Yep.
I'm buying it all. None for y'all.
Hey, yeah. Well, we'll talk. I'm not gonna blow up the panel with
but
sales.
Listen, what Meg said. Listen, but do you make light up divorced, unseasoned chicken stalker swamp cooters?
Now, Meg's the one.
That's a lot to take in all at once.
I'm not even gummy, man. I didn't even do a gummy today.
Tomorrow, when Becky sees this video, she's going to claim that I'm jealous of the money that she made. No, ma'am. I'm simply disgusted that it's legal to put Hurricane Landfall in the title of your YouTube video, press the live button, and grift off the good people in your chat. Many of these people tuned in expecting some information about the storm. They received no information about the storm. What they received is a high woman cackling and making nonsensical conversation with her friends. I urge you to send your money to charities and organizations that are going to help the great people of Florida, the great people of Tennessee, Georgia, North Carolina, and South Carolina, many of which have lost everything that they own. In the following days, these people are returning home to nothing, to their houses ripped to shreds by these storms. Please send your money to the people that need it. In the description of this video, you'll find just that, a list of organizations and charities that are poised and prepared to help the great people of our country. Please stop enabling these grifters on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and give what you can. Thank you.
Thank you,
I
Sam.
wanted to show that because I thought it was really important. It doesn't mean that I co-sign every single thing from a creator whose videos that we share. I saw somebody was having a little bit of a strop there in the chat. You're going to have to cry more. It doesn't matter what, if they asked occasionally after a couple of people that they knew personally. In the greater scheme of things, there are millions affected by this, and they didn't seem to be bothered at all. Now, the other reason I feel so strongly about this, and I feel that speaking on it as an outsider, that's how shocking it is. This is not even my country, and I can't understand how people are being like this about it. Yesterday, in all the quite rightly people calling out Bullhorn Betty. Don't get me wrong, I've got nothing for Bullhorn Betty. This is not a defense of anything that she has done. This is what annoys me is people do this stuff and then you end up defending people who you normally wouldn't touch with the barge pole because some things are indefensible. And that was beat him, Sir Sanctimony himself, the moral arbiter of other people's behaviour, speculating about, maybe Betty's going to have an even worse day than she's already had in court. Maybe she'll go home to her house being completely wrecked. As if a hurricane could wreck Betty's house without also wrecking every other house in Betty's street. But that didn't seem to cross his mind, or he certainly didn't care about it. Have a listen to this and see what you make of it.
Oh, he had a lot of glee in his voice.
Oh, it's a sad day for the Bepster. What will she ever do now that she has to go back to her hurricane-destroyed home and sit in complete darkness and then contemplate possibly going to jail in 13 days? Imagine being Betty, getting to the hotel and just like having to go back to your home and your windows are all smashed. The sign to your street is gone. The roof is gone. There's sewage that came out and from your pipes. And you're going to sit in the darkness of your home and you have 13 days to contemplate whether you're going to jail, whether you're going to go to jail for a month or a year. And then you basically have to pretend to be online, pretend that you're winning online. It's going to be great. It's going to be great for her. I think that's good times for her. Good times. I mean, I don't even know if she has a whole chill out beat him. Absolutely. I'll try to chill out. But imagine if that was you. That's like hello, darkness. I don't understand the criminal charges were dropped. Oh, they were? I don't think they dropped. Were they criminal charges dropped?
Absolutely disgusting. You can despise Bullhorn Betty, and believe me, I do. You can dislike all the bullshit that she's been up to. You can think that she made a laughing stock of herself in court, which she did with her printed out press pass. You don't have to go so far as to want the home that she lives in, and by default, the home surrounding her home, destroyed, sewage pouring out of it, windows caved in, darkness. What is wrong with you? What sort of weird thrill do you get out of speculating that somebody might be made homeless?
And Pearl, he had a lot of glee. And his
it's the glee that is particularly sickening. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was imagining this actually happening, and I just didn't find it humorous at
No,
all.
not at all. And I know what he's going to come back with if he hears this. He's going to come back with I was making a point about how she says she doesn't prepare for the hurricanes. That's not the point you were making. That's the point you might think that you're reaching for. But no, you were enjoying the idea of somebody's house being torn apart. I don't care whether she neglected to board up her windows before she headed off to another state to face court. If she didn't do that, obviously she's responsible for the damage to the windows. But to say, I don't even know if she's got a house, and talk about sewage and pouring out on the street and darkness as if that wouldn't affect every house around her, that's more than taking a poke at the fact that she doesn't prepare for hurricanes. That's wishing devastation on someone.
And you got to be careful with that. You get yourself so wrapped up in hate. You know, you got to, if power is of the tongue, careful what you wish for on others. It usually, just careful.
And I truly hope that she does shut up. I know people are saying, oh, well, she's going to break it and she should go to jail. If she breaks it, then yes, she should go to jail. But I would rather that she shut up about the situation with Sebastian, because making her a martyr, as far as I'm concerned, serves no purpose.
Yeah.
She will love the publicity. All the people who think that she'll be devastated by the idea of going to prison, I don't really see her in all her facets. She would love it. I mean, she thinks she's some sort of Nelson Mandela character.
She does.
And she also thinks that she can outstubborn the law.
She does. She really does. It's amazing that this. I would say it's more ego than any. And I'm going to go as far as to say, and I'm not a doctor, but I think she's definitely dealing with some mental illness.
Yeah, I think it's that's the way that I'm leaning. Again, it's always a dangerous thing to diagnose people on the internet, but sometimes it's like you're not a professional gardener, but you've seen enough of a certain type of bug to know that it's dangerous. I'm not a professional psychologist, but I've seen enough of certain types of behavior to know that they're dangerous.
Mama the Gladiator, you should be good here. Nobody should be blocking you, I don't think.
Stars is harassing that woman.
Oh, is she?
I think it's by accident, trying to get her unhidden and accidentally hiding her again.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Do I have background? Is that me?
There's some background coming from somewhere, but I can't quite spot where it is. I wonder whether when we nip over to StreamYard, not StreamYard, Restream, whether that will sort the issue out. I don't know.
I don't know, but I think we're going to have to.
Are you still hearing
it?
Do what, Tanga?
Are you still hearing it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Restream seems to be the way to go.
Yes. Are we near the point of the evening where we reveal that Tanga is actually Lolita yet?
I am.
Hold on.
Michelle Marine.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet?
Hold on.
A super chat. Michelle Marine. I experienced throughout the Hurricane Katrina. We received so much needed help. What about love one another?
I love that, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle. I went through Katrina also, and that's what I remember is so much help. And the help really came from
each other,
people, one another coming together.
That's what I'm experiencing here in Tennessee is help of each other. And I'm grateful. I really am.
But this gives Pearl an opportunity to bust out her.
You're all going to be tired of the magic bread, but I'm not, because it's so magical.
It's so magical. Cures everything.
The Jerks would like to thank you for the magic bread.
So, I have heard that Tanga's not Tanga. Y'all
I heard that. Yeah.
She don't look like her picture. That she's catfishing and.
I got
Hey, it's really weird.
It's Tanga.
Flick between the picture and you.
My
Let's see
face.
whether it's actually you.
It's me.
She's a whole catfish, y'all.
Everybody get your screenshots because I'm about to shut this shit off.
She hates this stuff. One time she had to do, what was it, Tanga? You walked off the stage. Yeah, she hates this stuff, but she's not.
Yeah, shut up. We're not telling that story here. I'm trying to tell tragic moments from my childhood.
That's our beautiful Tanga, who's not a catfish.
So there you go. You can rewind it and compare the avatar to the face to the avatar. It's Tanga, no filter, no catfish.
Well,
so for the love of God, get another fucking story.
I mean, this is the weirdest thing. People have been so focused on that, and it's just odd to me.
They're just mad because you're actually hot. You know,
well, the whole thing
actually using your actual picture.
The whole thing has been weird. I gotta tell y'all, this is not something we thought. Weird stuff happens on YouTube.
It does.
I don't even know where to go with this, but
the last few months have just been absolutely weird. Just watching it has been weird. I'm glad that it hasn't actually been made. The bizarreness of you become friendly with somebody online. You have some flirtation, and I am not Miss Vanilla Cake. When Perp was so sort of audios have been played, I was really expecting, because I didn't hear it live. I just heard Perp doing her drama about it. I thought, oh my God, this is going to be so outrageous. It wasn't. What the hell? Seriously? There are some very thirsty chickens out there in the chat. If that's what you're getting yourself into a froth over, boy, I am not envious of your exciting life. But I am bemused by why you are so obsessed with another person's personal life. I can kind of understand the main protagonist in this, can't take an L, so he can't shut up. But everybody else interfering, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's nothing to do with you. You're not involved in this in any way. Are you married to Tanga? Because unless you're married to Tanga, I don't see how it's any of your business. We've certainly never talked about it with her. So why the hell you've been upset? And let's face it, this is not a new obsession. I mean, I've been around Tanga for, nearly 3 years now? And there's always been an undercurrent of weird behaviour between Tanga and this person who's got a weird obsession with Tanga. I can't really say any more than that because I've not been involved intimately in it. I've just been seeing it as a bystander. But the live the other week was bizarre.
I think
and we'll talk about you dropping the link as well in a bit. But yeah, it was weird.
It was, and there's a lot of places to cover in that live, and I think that would be a good starting point to help maybe the subscribers understand a little bit too. What do you ladies think? Pull it up.
I don't mind either way, whether we do or not. I'm not particularly sure that it clarifies anything. All it does is show you how confused the thinking was. It was jumping around all over the place. It's sort of like, hey, I've got some screenshots from somebody who was also seeing Tanga the year before. Okay.
Yeah.
What? Also, screenshots apparently that you showed without permission, from what I gather.
I don't have to explain the details of any of that to her. It's just not her business. And the fact that she keeps going on and on and on, and she's in chats and she's on other panels and she's doing live after live about me, it's the weirdest shit. It's so weird. Why are you so obsessed? Why can you not stop thinking about me? I haven't even been around. I don't go in chats. I have literally been busy in my real life. I haven't had the time. I don't go
It's
in chat for anything.
it's true.
I feel so obsessed.
I don't know. And then we get drug in it too, you know, and carrying on about, I don't know why you all are defending her. You girl, calm down. You're going to pass out. I'm just going to keep it real. You about passed out. That live, you took an L. I would have privated that shit right away. That was embarrassing. That was awful. If you had something, you would have shown something to us. You don't have nothing, or you would have shown it. That's what people do. If you're trying to convince them that someone that you care about has said all these horrible things, you show them. You are strictly obsessed with Tanga's personal life. I'm not.
That's so weird.
I'm her friend, and I don't give a damn about that part of her life. You know, when I talk to Tanga, she don't ask me, so what's up with you and your husband?
Never.
Okay,
Oh, she asks me. No, she just left alive. I just had to say it just for the. I can't resist the line. I'm sorry.
We don't really talk about our personal lives like that unless there's an event or something like that. And there's something.
To be fair, we have talked a bit about your personal life recently because, unfortunately, for these sad sacks, while they've been obsessing over you, you've been off having a very happy time. And we've been sort of backseat enjoying that happy time, seeing your photographs. And I'm glad that you've had good, positive, happy events going on in your life while all this bullshit has gone on so that it doesn't drag you down. But let's face it, when you move a live back because you know it's close to a difficult anniversary with somebody, that's low behavior. And you know exactly what I mean.
You do. And I think you've really led on for a while that you're a good person. You're just an innocent person with a sheepish voice. I saw a lot different in that live. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull it up. I need people to understand.
I would quite like to play the bit where she's talking about us and our attitudes. And
Yeah,
what
that's
we've
what
demanded.
Yep.
Because that really sticks in my throat. Because that, again, is totally the wrong fucking angle of what has actually gone down.
It sure is. Let me get there.
And just everyone who interacted with her knew what kind of special lady she was.
Oh my God, hold on.
I just want to make sure everything's up. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Chima. Hey, Purple. Just peeking. Hey, hey, it's good to see everyone.
She said it was good to see Purple.
Yeah,
Perp heard a rumor.
By saying
Perp heard a rumor that there was going to be dirt on the jerks. She even said on her live, I gather Jay Marie's doing a live and she's going to reveal a lot of stuff about the jerks, all the dirt on the jerks. She was so excited. You could practically hear her hands rubbing. Well, you would have heard her hands rubbing together, so she mustn't have rubbed her hands together. But she was so excited at the thought of new gossip, and it must have been such a disappointment.
I think she left once she realized what it was, because Purple didn't even care.
Rest in peace to Colleen.
Okay, I'm gonna.
She was loved by everyone
Give me
in
just
the community, and she was just such a sweet. A couple creators did do some nice tributes to her, so if you would like to check those out, I believe
cool too.
Matt did a couple, and the Jerks did a couple, or they did one. I'm not sure who else did any. Yeah, Colleen, Ginny. Her name was Ginny. Okay, so this live, I guess a lot of people have been talking about it. I've had a couple of people come to me wondering what this live was about. But there were some people that were twisting it. There were some rumors going on saying that this live was exposing the jerks.
First of all, no, ma'am. We never thought this live was about us.
Nope.
What it was about.
Who are these people? Are they
Who are-
imaginary or are they real?
I would like to see proof of anyone that came to you and said the jerks think this live is about them. We knew what that live was about, and it wasn't about us, so nobody came to you with that. Again,
I want to know whether the number increased. Did more people come to you after the live? Also confused.
probably.
And
I
that's
would
not the
believe
case.
that more.
So I literally told nobody about this live until after I heard the rumors. The people that came to me, I told them I'm just clearing some stuff up with, the whole certified and Tanga situation. And this is probably going to be the last time that I speak on it, only
Probably.
because
It should be, but it hasn't. How
There
many times?
should never have been a time when you were speaking about it, given that it's none of your business.
God, it should be the last time, but I got a feeling it's not. For whatever reason, you're way too concerned with Tanga. Please let it go.
For months, this has been going on, and I haven't even been around. I pop in Discord here and there, but
I have never seen somebody that was married, even common law married, whatever the hell kind of married it is, so concerned about somebody else's relationships
I
and
can't imagine
what they're doing. It's the weirdest thing I have ever come across. Weird.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, TJ.
Hey, baby.
Shit. Look what she's doing.
Hey, TJ.
Hey.
Also, I'm going to put this disclaimer out. I don't care who this pisses off. It will not be my problem. We've been busy minding our business. And then she does this live. So, yes, we're not going to rebuttal it, as one would say. But we will rebuttal a few points. The other person gets no play.
0.
Hey, I got to mute so I can cough and gag, okay?
Go ahead.
Nobody come for TJ. She doesn't need this right now. We got to put TJ on the big screen for a minute.
Okay. Will it let me with that up there? Let me try. Yep, it does.
Looky there. Look at TJ.
She's larger than life.
She doesn't need this right now. Those that will get it will get it.
If you know, you know.
I don't know why we just can't all get along.
I know, right?
Because you won't let us. You will not let us. You will not have any of that.
I'm just not really interested in fighting. I'm not interested in.
You're a liar. You've been fighting yourself
any
for 5
kind
months.
Isn't that
She's
a
not
weird?
interested in fighting, but she's been the only one.
Please.
You've been the only
She's
one.
not interested in fighting. But boy, she's interested in making sure the people fight for her.
Right.
My God.
I was going to say.
I wasn't interested in fighting.
You were the one, Tanga, that wasn't interested in fighting. The
I'm
rest of
telling
us
everybody else, just let it go. Just let it ride. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. And she just won't stop. Shut your hole.
Just shushy. Shushy.
She's like the knight in Monty Python. He keeps on taking off his legs and he takes off his arm and he's still fighting. Stupid.
Negative interactions with anyone on the internet. So, yeah, it is drama, but it's, it's still going on. And I just would like to speak on it because I feel like.
Was it still going on? I missed it.
Right. It was still going on with her.
It was
and
still
her
running her
people.
mouth. She was
but
messaging
not
people,
us, not
telling
Tanga.
people that I ruined her life. I ran her off of YouTube. How? I have not publicly said a word.
Oh,
You
God.
took her man. You took her man.
Fuck
You
her.
took her cartoon face.
I don't want any of that.
No.
None of that.
It's time to do that. But I would like to say to the jerks that I believe you're windmilling for someone who doesn't respect you enough to tell you the truth. And, I find that that's really sad and embarrassing when the truth really does come out. It is drama, but it's, but I would like to say to the
About what?
jerks
What is
that
it? What is it that Tanga has allegedly lied to me about? I'm pretty sure that she's a woman, pretty sure that's her face. Pretty sure that all the family that I've seen when she
Thank you,
shared things with
TJ.
us, wonderful life events, are actually hers. Otherwise, she's really interfering in some of the family's life.
Such a creep. Such a creep.
She's never loaned me any money. She's never asked me for any money. She's never told me that she leads some sort of weird exotic lifestyle. What exactly is it that Tanga has lied to me about that I'm going to be really shocked by and embarrassed by when the truth comes out?
And I love that my term windmilling has taken off so well.
It really has.
Thank
it really,
you.
really has.
Well, I got
TJ sent a super chat.
Thank you, TJ. Tanga don't need this right now. She's going through a lot. Yes.
A tough time.
TJ hasn't seen the
She has
Ray.
not seen the super chat. She just sent that. She didn't even know you had a special super chat thing.
The Jerks would like to thank you for the magic bread.
Oh, that's cute.
I believe windmilling for someone who doesn't respect you enough to tell you the truth. And, you know, I find that that's really sad and embarrassing when the truth really does come out, how you're going to feel that, you know, you were windmilling for this person. And I get it that she's your friend and everything, and she's part of your circle. But, I don't know. I feel like she should have came to you, had enough respect to come to you guys and let you guys know that, you know, this is the truth and this is what, you know, has been going on and what I've been telling people.
I want y'all to listen
because-
real quick to this. I want to lay the groundwork. I want to tell you, and then I want you to listen. Do you know what she wants us to know about? Tanga's relationship with another dude. That's what she wants. She's saying that Tanga isn't telling us the truth about her relationship with some dude I don't even know. Take that in. Let
Tanga.
that sink in.
Are you married, Tanga?
I am not. I've not been married in 15 years, and I will not get married ever again.
Well, that's what I thought. I was just checking.
Marinate on that. Imagine somebody coming to you and saying, "You're not gonna feel good when you find out that you're windmilling." She isn't telling you the truth about a dude. Lady, I don't talk to her about her personal life in that manner. And let me hush. I'm gonna let this play.
You know, like I said before, when this stuff does come out, it's a little bit embarrassing, and you don't want to be
for you
like that.
Fool.
I promise you, I will not be embarrassed by what somebody else does.
How are we?
After the situation with Alita,
Right.
do you honestly think that we've not talked about situations with each other that are important and ignored things that aren't important? You don't think that this friendship that we've got hasn't been through the fire? And for goodness sake.
No.
Yeah, exactly, Gina. Hey, Victoria, it's good to see you. Welcome in, everyone. So another thing I wanted to say too was the pressure that you guys are putting on Matt to play these recordings that you want to hear, the specific ones that you want to hear. Maybe you do have a little bit of mistrust there, because
I'm going to mention this without mentioning the other person, because I don't even give a fuck about the other person. But let me.
This gaslighting bitch. I'm sorry.
This is gaslighting, and I hate that word, but this is a lot of gaslighting from someone who likes to play innocent.
We must have
Go ahead
some
and pass out.
mistrust.
Once you pass
Because
that,
we called somebody out. Somebody said the Tanga had been talking on Soup's children. And we know that's bullshit because one, there's nothing gone on with her children.
no.
And two, Tanga wouldn't do that anyway. When you call somebody's bluff, it's not because you doubt what you've been told. It's because you know the other person hasn't got anything. The nerve of you saying that we were pressurizing him to put recordings out. He put recordings out. He then made these claims, and we said to him, "You're making big claims. Where's your evidence?" The pressure was created by the person who made the claims, not the people asking for the receipts. The way that you frame this is just absolute fucking gaslighting.
That is the
Right?
definition.
She's framed it as we were asking for the tapes to be played or recordings to be played, and that didn't happen.
When
No.
I ask you, hey, this is what you said, you got that? And you don't play it, you don't show it. After that, after I've called your bluff, I've asked you, okay, this is what you're claiming was said. You're saying that someone was talking on mine, and then you don't play it. No, I'm done. I don't give a damn what you got to say from here on out. You're talking to yourself, okay?
Exactly, Shuby Mom. But it shouldn't be on YouTube. It's nobody's
Very
business.
strange.
And it's not that I didn't trust Tanga. It's a simple game of, oh, yeah? Well, let me hear it. You're making the claims. Isn't that up to the person making the claims? And it's on that person, the burden of the proof. And if I ask you for it and you don't give it, I don't want nothing else from you. I don't care what you're talking about.
Well, I saw a clip of that person saying something when somebody called him out. He goes, "No, but it sounds good anyway, doesn't it?"
Yeah.
And
I'm
that's
going to
what
tell
that
you one and
person
tell you
is
it
full of
sounds,
it. Full
that
of
it's the
sounds
truth.
good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sounds good. Don't ever check me. Okay. Don't ever do this again. This was awful.
Look, these ladies know how long I've been married. They know about my family. What you choose to believe or not believe, I don't really give a damn.
I don't even know you care. Not you, but those people. I don't know them to care. It's
Right?
very odd. It's just odd. You don't have to do nothing to anybody on YouTube. So I want y'all to keep that in mind. Sometimes you don't have to do nothing. And people will manufacture beef with you.
Hey,
Welcome to
Jackie.
the internet.
You know what?
If you're asking,
All of you people out there don't know about our personal life because we don't go out there and tell it. We know it, things about each other that stays private. We don't run and tell everything we know about each other.
Yeah.
We
We're not a
just
run
don't.
to that type of.
We keep it between ourselves because we're friends. And what we say to each other stays in private. So if you don't know something, too bad. That's just the way it is.
No, Onyx Angel, this is nothing to do with White Boy Lockdown. It's a different person, but thank you for mentioning that so that I can clarify that it's not White Boy.
Right. And I'll let a few minutes of this play.
for these, and you're not just saying, you know what, they're either there, they're not, we don't care. You know, you obviously do. So hopefully by now, Tanga has let you guys know if there are recordings and what they said.
He didn't say it.
That's the sound of the gas being lit.
She didn't say it. Your friend said it. Your friend didn't play it. Are you okay? Like, are you sure that you... This isn't, you know, I don't know. I sound like
this
a
was really fucking poisonous. There's a line in Shakespeare where it says, "Look the innocent flower, but be the snake underneath it."
Hmm.
There you go.
There you go. That's her. And that's sorry, but how I've been looking at her for a while now. People will try to come at you with that innocent bullshit. You can't always, that doesn't win me over, and I don't fall for it. I've been looking at you a certain way for a while.
I don't respond to manipulation. I had 3 teenagers.
That'll teach you real quick, won't it?
Because, you know, eventually those are going to come out. But the pressuring for him to do this while he's moving, while he has, you know, he has 7 kids, and moving with a couple of kids is hard enough. You have to relocate, you have to adjust, register for school, do all these, you know, all the things.
Have you heard the expression, don't start none, won't be none?
Yeah, that might be a good one.
Maybe he should have not decided to pick an internet fight and brag about having stuff and then not want to hand the receipts over, knowing that he was moving house and the number of children he had. Did the number of children that he had slip his mind? Did the fact that he was moving house slip his mind? No, you just want to make it seem as if we are malevolent beings who chose this fight. Nobody wants this fucking fight. We're sick of it.
We don't even care.
Why is it such a miracle that a man can move house and register kids for school and everything else, but women do it every damn day?
You get no pats on the back because you're a
No.
man. Yeah, that's your responsibility too. And I don't care. I don't care what you're doing. If you didn't want the fight, then you wouldn't spark the fire. But you did. I responded twice to you. You couldn't. You didn't understand the assignment. You failed. You think that we care about recordings between you and the other person, and we don't. I believe those exist. That's not what I'm asking you about, because unlike this girl on the screen here, I don't care about somebody's personal relationship or what they talked about, their pillow talk. That's not my concern. My concern.
No, you
is
were specific about
mine.
right. That's right. You were very specific about it.
I was. I didn't stutter. I wasn't unclear. I made it very clear. The only thing I want to know about is one thing.
Well, I know I missed the first part of this, so I'm behind, but what I want to say about this whole thing is, why you got a man at home and you worried about all the other men on the internet?
Oh,
please, somebody tell me that.
It would be good to know. I don't understand it.
You're out here worried about every other man on the internet. You
Worried
got one at
about
home.
other women, what they're doing. Worry about yourself.
I mean, geez. There's plenty of them to go around. Shit. Let somebody else have 1 or 2 of them.
And if
1 or 2 of them.
If Tanga wants to be a player, let her play.
Don't get mad at me.
No, it wasn't even like.
Don't have to
I
play
mean, you know, you
the game.
can get all
You know,
of them,
it's just
you know.
weird.
I mean,
It's just weird that she wants to like live her life all up in my business and do these lives that she thinks are going to be groundbreaking about absolute. I mean, it's so strange to me.
I mean, why is she trying to take the ones you had? Why can't she get her own?
It's a solid question. I mean,
it's true.
I mean, go on over to the to another sector. I'm sure there's just as many men over there as there is over here. Go find your own men.
Also, there was this bizarre insinuation that we were all talking to Certified and that we were all after Certified. No, this is no slur on you, Certified. I've never seen your picture. I've never had a DM with you. I'm sure you're perfectly lovely. But I am not thirsty. I am well watered and not really looking for any other form of liquid. So please, this idea that I'm trying to chat to guys on the internet, no, thank you.
Nope.
Yep, I've never DM'd certified. He doesn't know me. I don't know him. Only from chat. That's it.
So
Public
while
chat.
you're busy trying to involve us in this, now here's our response. I mean, you knew there was going to be one, so you can't be shocked or clutching your pearls or be a fainting goat. Okay.
Look, we left this, hoping that, like, sort of tantruming toddlers, you'd work yourself out of it. You know, sort of have a big drama, have a sleep, get over it, move on. But no, it's been a couple of months now, and now
God,
this
it's actually
live.
been 5 months, 5 whole
Yes.
months. Yeah. We went for 4 of them, not saying a word. Not a peep. I do a live. And I'm like, okay, let me see it. I'm going to call you bluff. I want to see it. Nothing. So I don't care anymore. I promise you that. I'm so sorry, dude.
Let me say one more thing while I'm thinking about it. Hang on a second.
Yeah, I just can't care anymore. It's not even my issue. You know, it's none of ours. It's not even Tanga's at this point.
No,
Okay.
she's been fighting her son for months.
Well, I just want to say this directly to J. Marie. Hey, J. Marie, Tanga doesn't want your buddy over there, Matthew.
Yeah.
She doesn't want him. She don't want nothing to do with him. So he's free for the taking. Now, why can't you get him? What's the problem?
Maybe he don't want her either.
I don't know.
I mean, why don't you, work on your pictures, doctor them up a little bit better, and go for him. That's what I'd do if I was you, girl.
Just send him a new filter. Maybe it'll help.
Just don't worry about us anymore. Like, let it go.
Leave Certified alone, because Certified definitely don't want you, from what I understand. So go after Matthew. He's got 7 kids, and with the kids you got, I mean, man, y'all could have a big old family.
Live happily ever after. I don't care, but leave me out of it from now on because I really took it easy. I did.
Yeah, that's what I'd do if I was her. I would really go after Matthew. I mean, everybody knows, everybody on the internet knows that they're a thing anyway.
I don't know. And I never cared. That's what's so weird. Like, why did you have to bring me into this? Like, leave me alone. I don't care what you're doing with your time. But you damn sure want to make sure I know about it. And the rest of us know about it. And then talking about, it's very strange. But you don't have to do anything on here to some people. And they will manufacture a beef with you. That's the end, the top and bottom of it all. Yeah, I did, Georgette. I went really live. I was shocked at my own self, honestly.
But the sad thing is, he doesn't want nothing to do with her. He's using her, and he's going to do her the same way he's done every other woman on the internet. And he's going to embarrass her, and he's going to leave her crying. So, J. Marie, if you got any sense left in your brain, you will run away, far away from him. But I don't look for her to do that. The same as Lenny over there, holding on to his, his heels.
Yeah.
Worshiping him.
I don't get it. It just couldn't be me.
Okay,
It's hard, especially.
That's all I got to say about that.
Thank you, TJ.
You're welcome. I really been wanting to say all that too.
Well, we've been quiet for a long time. I mean, we don't strike up lives as soon as somebody puts us into something, we think this through a little bit, maybe other people should as well.
Hey, Stars, will you block Earth down there for me, please?
Oh, God.
No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, he has mentioned that there's 600 to 700 plus voice notes or voice texts, and there's 1,000 text messages, over 1,000.
Can you pause a sec?
So,
and this doesn't strike you as completely weird that somebody has not only kept all those text messages, and all those voice messages, but they know the number and they told you, and you don't think that that's weird
This
at
is
all.
completely normal.
I don't keep text messages from last week. Sometimes I don't even read the text messages from last week. The idea of knowing exactly how many were sent over a year and still having them all, that is weird to me.
But
Am I abnormal? Is this
no,
normal behavior
no,
for
this
you?
is normal. This is not normal to know how many voice notes two other consenting adults had between each other. Because it's not your business, right? Normal people would be like, well, that's cool. That's not my business. But she's like really dedicated to the cause here of letting the people know this. Oh my God.
And I believe, doesn't she later on talk about how often you communicated with Certified? And again, I ask, why the hell do you know? At some stage, that means you asked. You asked a man who is not involved with you how many times another woman had texted him or voicemailed him or spoke to him in a day, and you think that's normal.
Good question, Mia. I'd like to know that too.
But we're only going to play a few more minutes of this weirdness.
Yeah, I'm already over the fainting goat.
I am too. Let's just stop it here because it's really nothing more to it but the fainting goat talking to us about her odd obsession with Tanga's love life. And for me, I'm just not invested. That's no slight towards Tanga. I love Tanga. But I don't care. You understand? Because that's not my business.
I tell you what did concern me. Tanga put some shorts out herself earlier this week, and the message from Certified to Tanga where he says that he briefly considered talking to Matthew just so that Matthew would leave Tanga alone, because it had been said that if he spoke, that all this bullshit would stop. And for a moment, he considered it, and then, of course, he was wise enough to know that that was never going to be the case. You know, you don't negotiate with terrorists.
No.
And he had the wisdom to know that there was no way out of that.
No.
But the fact that that is even a conversation, the fact that somebody can say, "Well, you better come and talk to me, otherwise."
That's not.
This is not normal behaviour. And again, the whole sort of, "You better do that live, otherwise." And you people are sitting there thinking that this is reasonable behaviour. And no doubt there's going to be another live now later on where he says all sorts of things about me. Oh no, I'll get the tissues prepared right now. I'll be crying in my sleep about it. I won't. Say what you want. I don't fucking care.
I'm not going to listen. I really.
That's
what I do.
You know that I don't
watch.
listen. We found out that the original recordings had been put out when Perp was having a drama about it. That's how much we didn't listen.
I know. I'm like, what
the
is
thing had been
Purple talking
played
about?
The thing had been played, hidden, and over for 8 hours before we even heard that it had happened. But you keep telling yourself that we're hanging on every word.
I'm so sorry. I'm just not. I know that it sounds good to say, you know, you and them fangirls over there, I'm sure, you know, gas you up. But I'm so sorry. I listened to that one where you were driving, and I think that was it. And then I caught some clips of what he had said. Other than that, I'm just not interested because this is none of my concern. I don't want to keep hearing voice notes on loop. It's weird. Do you ever feel like you're listening into someone else's personal conversation while you're listening to that? That don't strike you all as weird over there?
It really is bizarre. I can't imagine the weird excitement, and also Got to give Linny a shout out here, Linny. I saw you left a comment under Mrs. T's community page where Mrs. T was having a strop at being outed for trying to touch Cindy up for money. And we told her, don't do that. So she had a bit of a drama on her community tab. I went over and had a look, and there was Linny underneath saying that things said in private should stay private. And it was just like, excuse me,
What?
this is Linny. Linny, who was in the chat shouting, play the audio, is now maintaining that things said in private should stay private. Pick a fucking lane, Linny.
Or don't. Just don't talk because you keep contradicting yourself. It's not your best look. I don't care who gets mad at us. I don't. In life, you got to be like that sometimes. You have to.
I have reached the stage of this where the only response I've got is cry more.
Yeah. Just cry.
And I'll go ahead and say it again. Anybody that wants to go ask Cindy for money behind the scenes, I'm going to put you on blast.
Yeah, we are
doing it.
We're going to name you and everything. We're going to do
I will
live
tell it.
about you.
I will tell it.
Yeah,
And you know what is really sad? This speaks to Cindy's good heart. When she mentioned it to us, it was out of concern. She said, oh, what's wrong with Mrs. T? How do you know something's wrong with Mrs. T? Oh, well, she DM'd me and that's how it came out. There was no tattletaling. She was concerned. She would still be concerned and wish you well. I wish you well for your health, but I would wish you some responsibility in your life. Other people cannot keep fetching and carrying your responsibilities for you. Eventually, you have to start dealing with them yourself.
And do you think I care if you like me, Mrs. T? If you do, I'm sorry, because I don't. I don't care what you write on the community wall post. Go off, make it your whole journal over there. But I don't care. So I'm so sorry. There's just some people I do not care what they think. And you're one of them.
I'll be honest, it's the vast majority of people at the moment.
You get that way. You just don't you don't care anymore. It's like, here's where I stand. Either you get it or you don't. Either way's fine. But I don't care.
I'm just sick of the crybabies out here. Always crying about somebody hurting their feelings.
Well,
they can be mad at me all they want. I really don't give a.
I saw Tits comment earlier while we were talking. I didn't get a chance to reply to it. Tits said that somebody was such a good grifter that they managed to grift from like one of the most famous YouTube grifters. And I have to say, it's a skill. You know who you are.
You grifted off of a famous YouTube grifter? Damn.
Wow.
Popcorn said, who the hell is Miss T?
Some people call her Miss Tuss.
Miss who?
Mrs. T.
No, they call her, Mrs. Tuss. Because she has
no
Mrs. T. And then
she's the one who sounds like
flag.
she's the one who sounds like Minnie Mouse.
I just don't know her that well. And I have spoke to her before.
No, Cindy doesn't know her that well. Cindy was shocked because she doesn't know her that well. She happened to be in a Discord that she was in, so she was really flabbergasted as to
I
what
thought it was
Mrs. Steve was
incredible.
asking her for money.
I thought it was an incredible defense. One, you pretended that you didn't know who Cindy was until Eliza said, I've got the DM. Then suddenly you remembered. And then your second line of defense was, I DM'd everyone.
Be myself.
Okay.
Yeah, when she got called up for it, she said, Cindy who?
Yeah.
Oh, you are crazy, man.
No, you can't get up here, Noxie.
No.
I've got my sister's dog for the weekend, y'all. He thinks
I know how
sister.
tough your voice is when you talk to a dog.
It's like
Who needs a dog?
I know.
I'm talking to you, sir, Mr. Soup Wrangler, with the greatest respect. Give this woman a dog.
Tell him. I'm going to play his part to him. Get me a dog. I've got my sister's dog this weekend. He's so sweet. He's trying to get me to play with him by running off with one of my socks. That's what I'll be doing tonight is chilling with the fam, not chasing
down socks.
Chasing down wet socks. Knox had it in his mouth. And I won't be checking for who's going live on repeat, talking about, y'all want to hear another voice note? No, I don't care. I promise.
Oh, I'm sure that we've touched a nerve with a couple of softies tonight. Again,
Pushing back alive will touch a nerve for some.
Did you all see that Tits gifted 10 memberships and Colleen got one of them?
Oh,
Colleen. On
my
one hand,
heart.
it's really sad, but on the other hand, I love the fact that your name will be in the membership list, and yeah.
For those that have not heard, Colleen passed away. I think most everyone has heard, but our beloved Colleen has passed away. And she got a membership.
Colleen knew how to troll. I'm going to tell you.
She really did.
I knew it the minute I met her. I said, that's an old troll from old Trollsville. She really knows how to troll. And she did it in a lighthearted, the way you're supposed to. That funny, jabbing at you type of way. The way she used to get up on that Purple's panel and get Heidi every time about the parody that we did.
She totally won us over. She won us over with her sense of humor.
Yes.
By not being one of these sort of sensitive crybabies, but she could see the laughs in it. And that made all the difference. Sometimes if you can just laugh at yourself, life is easier.
It is. And she was one of those. You know, she was like, you got to see this parody. It's just so funny. Heidi, have you seen it? No, I don't watch. A few minutes later, Heidi, have you seen the parody the Jerks did? A few minutes later, same thing. Like, I loved her so much. She was just a bubbly woman. I loved her.
There is a link to
Prisma.
Colleen talking about our parody to Purple and Heidi. There's a link on our community page to that video, and it'll make you smile. Just how funny she was.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Fox Mulder, she was a good sport. And yes, Georgette, can you hear me? I think she did that to aggravate the piss out of Purple because it was
Yes,
yeah, I can
so
hear you, Colleen. I can hear you.
And it became her catchphrase. It really did.
Yeah.
Also, I've got to say, one of the things that I really loved about Colleen, she had no time for bigotry.
None.
None.
People being hurt because of their race or their gender identity, she had no time for any of that. She was part of that sort of group of people in the 60s who really were in the movement to change perceptions of the way that the races could live alongside each other. And I remember her speaking about one of her old boyfriends. And yeah, there was no bigotry in Colleen at all. She could certainly lose her temper, but there was no
nothing
no
ever
bigotry in her.
slipped. Nothing like that. No. Exactly. Bubblegum. She played Purple like a fiddle. And I used to tell Purple that. I'm like, that lady is playing you like a fiddle, and I can't wait for you to find out. And she did it in such a gentle way, too. God.
She will be missed. Oh,
God, she will. She loved Pearl. God, she loved Pearl.
yes, she did. Yes, she
Not
did.
at first, she didn't.
No, but then
Colleen and I were really sort of set to it for a while because she jumped up on Tony's live and she had some some words to say to Susan, and a lot of the words I had no problem with. But then she did the whole sort of insinuating that some people could be better off dead. And that's where I draw the line, because no one needs encouragement if they've been in any sort of self-harm situation. You just, even if you really dislike them, there's some things that you should reel in. And so Colleen and I had words, and for a while afterwards, we were not we were not friends.
New
And then
Jersey
ironically, the
Robin.
parody was the thing that sort of turned it round. I think that there was a sort of connection there, because there was nothing, there was no real criticism of her in it. It was just sort of making fun of her as an older English lady.
With the cat.
And being an older English lady,
Yeah.
we connected on that.
She loved her cat. She loved that the cat was included.
Yes, she
Yes,
did.
she did love that.
Now, her cat was everything to her. And Jenny, and the fact that we put the cat in as Lenny, she just loved that. She loved the cat.
And Grismo, she loved that
Grismo.
Grismo and Lenny were involved, and oh yeah, like I said, if you have not seen that clip on our community page, you ought to watch it. It's not real long, but it'll make you smile. It'll make you remember her and her sense of humor.
Well, ladies, I do have to get off here for the night because this dog is staring at me, and I've got to tend to the dog.
He's saying you need a dog. You need a dog.
Yes.
Yeah, I do need one.
Yep.
I do. But
Just
anyway,
keep
I love
showing
you.
Cubs how convenient it is to have a dog.
It really is.
Yeah.
And we'll be live again soon. We will not keep y'all hanging for another month. We really have had a lot going on, and we don't need this right now. I'm joking. No,
We're going to be live daytime this week. It is happening. I have
Yes.
to sit and do it on my own.
No,
We'll
I'll be
do
with
it.
be there with you,
because
Pearl.
if we don't start doing it, we'll never start.
We'll never
It's going to be one of those
Soup
things that we
doesn't
just
need a
need to
dog.
get in the water and get on with it.
Yes, we do.
But
So watch for some daytime lives from us. They're coming.
But people go on about the advantages of having a panel of a number of people. There's also the disadvantage that there means there are more people that things get complicated with.
You have to coordinate.
Love you, September.
We've all had a run of stuff going on. Some of it wonderful, some of it not so wonderful, but life is busy. And this idea that none of us have lives is just a hoot. Not even watch parties at the moment. Everybody's got stuff going on.
I think September, is a busy month for a lot of people with all the kids going back to school and kind of everything in the household changing and stuff for a bit. It takes a minute to get back in your groove.
It really does. But it's been great just sitting and talking tonight. And before it goes out of date, I've just got to hit this again while it's still relevant, because it won't be relevant before too long.
What is it, the brakes?
Don't do braids.
It was a strange hairdo choice.
It really was. I mean, I must admit, I thought that the cowboy hat at the last court state was an adventurous choice, but I didn't think that it was totally out of bounds, especially not in the USA. But no.
I think Six Up was expecting you to be offering some bread.
Oh, would you like some bread?
The Jerks would like to thank you for the magic bread.
Our magic bread is actually very clean, mostly because my hands are clean. I would never eat a piece of magic bread having just pulled a dingleberry off the back of a small dog's bottom.
Oh my God.
That's what Ziggy actually
Okay.
did.
That's just nasty.
She pulled a small
Oh.
piece of dog turd off the fur of her dog,
We're gonna make. Oh.
wiped her hand on the grass, and then just a couple of minutes later, with that very same hand, ate a slice of bread that she begged from a neighbour
Hi,
while
Iris.
sitting on the porch. Just everything about it was class.
Gross.
Oh, Pearl.
It's
6 Up says you are so jealous.
I am. Why are there no small bits of dog turd in my life? I'm so jealous.
Infamous Truth Teller says sounds like some seductive bread. The voice.
It's the same seductive voice that gave us the infamous tits advert, which I think would be a great moment to actually play that. If you enjoy a seductive voice, here we go. Have a listen to this. It's the same woman.
The Jerks are sponsored by the great taste of Tits McGee's Dreamy Desserts, because everyone loves tits. Our desserts are made with only the finest vanilla bean extract, natural fruit essences, and luxurious dairy cream. Juicy citrus, ripe bananas, rich roast coffee, and delectable chocolate. Because everyone loves the great taste of tits. Put a little jiggle back into your life. Tits McGee's Dreamy Desserts, because everyone loves tits.
Bugsy wants to know if Ziggy's going to try to make that for Fred for dinner one night. Speaking of, I saw Tid saying that she has a video coming soon and that she's slow working on it. Speaking of video production and those creators out there, pardon me for a second, I had to cough. I noticed before I came on, just before I came on, I had popped into Canva to do something, and guess what? Those creators that are using Canva Teams, Canva has decided that they are not going to go ahead with that massive price increase that they had said they were going to do to Teams for when you renew. So
it's really good. And again, this is a sign that you should complain. You don't have to be rude, but if you could politely sort of say to them, I've noticed that your price increase is coming and I won't be taking you up on that offer, very politely, because I'm not willing to pay that much. It does make a huge difference. I'm not saying that you should accost people who work in customer services and abuse them. They don't make the rules. They just have to deal with them. But public outcry does make a difference.
Yeah. So I was so excited because we were going to end up dropping it. It really, the price increase was just going to make it not financially responsible for us. And then they have decided that they weren't going to change it after all. So I am super excited we get to keep Canva.
I'm really glad. I am annoyed at their current change in the interface, but I'm getting used to it. I take to change like a duck to battery acid. And I kept looking for things in the wrong place, but I managed it. I've made a couple of little shorts today in order just to get the hang of it, which is why we have Magic Bread and Perp's Chat. For anybody who came in late, do you want to see behind the scenes of Perp's Chat?
Of course. Show it. That's probably what happens in their Discord voice
Yeah,
chat.
the Discord is like that, but like there's 5 groups at it. Perhaps I presume that you're referring to us showing Sinner's video earlier. I don't know. Is making the video worse than the laughing while you're meant to be covering the natural disaster? Concern trolling is such a nice, handy little term, isn't it? It's really a gaslighty way of condemning valid criticism. Sometimes concern trolling does work, does happen, but sometimes people are just making a valid comment. That video was followed up by a clip from a different live of B Tim laughing at the idea of somebody's house being destroyed during the hurricane. And I don't care what you think of an individual person. The notion that you can be amused by them being left homeless by a natural disaster says a lot more about you than it does about them. If you're really that concerned, just don't watch what we're doing. I think Georgette pretty much sums it up.
Right, exactly that. People lost their lives and their homes, and it's not certainly anything to be joking and making lighthearted comments about.
And if you want to joke and make light-hearted comments and have that sort of life, that's fantastic. I don't have any problem with that at all. I'm not saying that while the natural disaster is happening, everything has to stop. But if you're going to use it as the title of your live and you're going to show some brief clips of what's going on, and then have that sudden change in what you're actually doing, then just don't do it. Separate the things.
Yeah, I agree.
But also, if you're going to sit so hard in judgment of other people, don't be surprised when you get a few comments yourself.
That's how it works. Yeah, completely lacking class. You're right, Tara.
I
Tara,
found it
you're
really
right. Anyway.
disappointing that there are so many channels that are over the 10,000 mark of subs that could do direct charity donations on a live. You don't even have to make any effort. YouTube has got it set up. You just have to hit all the buttons. I don't know why. It seems impossible for some of these bigger channels that are raising so much money for themselves not to have one single solitary live where they actually do it as a direct fundraiser. You're not touching the money. It goes direct from the person donating straight to the charity.
I mean, my goodness, even Ziggy did it.
Ziggy did exactly. Ziggy did it on one occasion for EquiSearch.
Yes.
I wrote the background up of EquiSearch. She didn't have to do anything. Like she just had to read it out. But nevertheless, she set it up, and
Right.
I believe there was like $5,000 were raised in just a couple of hours.
I
There's no
donated to
reason
that,
why.
so I can definitely speak to the fact that you get a receipt directly from the organization. It doesn't go through that creator's hands at all. So it's a really good, safe way to, donate. And I don't know why more creators don't do that. I mean, I suspect I might know why they're not, but when it takes, like Pearl said, 10,000 subscribers to be able to have that type of fundraiser on your channel where it just directly gets handled through there. But that's where all the you hit donate, that's where it goes. It's such a great setup, but you have to have a lot of subscribers to be able to do it on your channel.
It's a fantastic system because you know that the money has gone directly to the charity. the charity is the person that you get the receipt from, and you don't take any money off it. Infamous truth teller. I agree with you. My opinion on Bullhorn Betty is really low. I believe that she got the day in court that she deserved. Her behaviour has been atrocious, that she's still going to try and make herself a martyr about all this and carry on doing it. I don't expect any better behaviour from her. I sort of, the whole thing about yucking it up about her house being wrecked, not only does that disgust me as wishing that on an individual, but the point I made earlier is that that can't happen. A hurricane is not going to just pick out one house on a street. You're basically saying you don't mind if a whole street gets wiped off the map. And that strikes me as like, how petty do you have to be? Yeah, she's the lowest, one of the lowest things on earth as far as interfering in true crime cases. But the people
Yeah, I
who
wish
live
she
around
quit
her,
trying, not quit existing. You know?
I read it the way that you meant to write it. I think my brain automatically just filled in for the typo. So yes, I agree with you is what I was getting at. And I don't judge anybody who's got a negative opinion of Betty unless they're sort of saying, I hope her house gets wiped off the map. I
Right?
think that's a step too far. Yeah, Six Up was showing me one of the towns that she knew of, and it was like the whole town was gone, just gone.
Yeah. Asheville, right? I think it was Asheville.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, I agree with Six Up. Donate directly to the American Red Cross or to organizations that are definitely, feet on the ground kind of organizations, and not trusting that your donation will get there via a creator. It's
And shout out to Taylor Swift, $5 million she's donated. And yeah, I know people are going to say, well, yes, she can afford it. Yes, she can. So can a lot of people. Have you seen them donating?
right.
Anyway, I look forward to Titsy's excellent dingleberry bread video that's soon coming. If you really want to know the full background of Magic Bread, I urge you to tune into Six Up's last live, which was astonishing and amusing and aggravating and just all the things. And there's going to be a follow-up. I think that she was going to do a second half as well. But yeah, it's definitely worth it. That's a great point, Infamous Truth Teller. Yeah, any way that you can find out a charity that you're giving to is legitimate. It's always worth doing. And I have heard very good things about Samaritan's Purse as well. Mind of Monsters, I believe that they're very much boots on the ground, getting on with the thing.
It's good though. Good to know. It's called Charity Navigator, the website, where you want to see if a charity is legit. That's good to know. I recommend everybody check at what you're donating. Charities that you're donating to if you're not familiar, and make sure that.
It's really sad that unfortunately anything like this brings out chancers and exploiters.
It does, and it also will bring out people that will rip you off saying they're contractors. Be careful with the contractors coming to repair your homes, and make sure that they are licensed. Be real cautious. I remember during Katrina, a lot of people getting burned on contractors. So use your due diligence on that, and make sure that they have licenses.
It looks like Infamous Truth Tellers community page is the place to be.
Awesome.
And I will say, if you're very much a supporter of animal charities, of course, animals have also suffered in this situation. I know some people, sort of have their priorities a certain way, and there's nothing wrong with that. People do need help. But for those of you who are particularly motivated by animal charities, of course, they can need help as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep, or even like Six Up points out too. There's some animals that might need to be fostered while their owners are in temporary shelter and whatnot that you can help with as well.
That was the charity that you organised over Christmas that we gave to. They supported people in that situation, didn't they?
They did, yeah. Whisk Cares was the one that we, Grismo, had a charity campaign with, and they did support people like taking care of their pets and stuff for them to be able to come back, or feeding their pets while they were in difficult situations. I really hope there's no more big storms come through before we get through this hurricane season. Keep them all out over the ocean.
Babs, we didn't call a whole group of people classless. We called a couple of individual people classless on the evidence of them being classless. The magic bread thing people gave here, we don't ask them to give. We make very little in comparison to a lot of channels. It's not a big deal for us. As far as maybe log off, I suggest you take your own advice.
Right. Six Up is looking for a link for us. Six Up has been dropping a lot of good links in the chat tonight. Different organizations that are helpful.
Well, darlings, 1 a.m. is approaching, and I'm about to turn into a silent pumpkin.
Not a pumpkin! Well, that means that we better go before Cinderella.
Oh, hang on. I've had a request from Bubblegum.
Okay.
Good. Oh, Lord. Now, first of all, I'm offended. I'm not a brummie. I'm close, but I'm not a brummie. But here we go. Let me see if I can do it. All right, Bab.
And on that note, any final closing thoughts, ladies?
I just wanted to thank everyone for being here. We had a pretty good turnout considering we haven't been live much. So
We had a great turnout. It was very nice to see
thank
lots of
you,
people.
everyone, for spending your evening with us. We appreciate that.
I hope that you'll all rewind and do the clicky thing where you look at the avatar and then look at Tanga's face, then look at the avatar and look at Tanga's face and see that they're the same face. So let's put that one to bed, can we? And she was speaking as well, so you can't say it was somebody else. You didn't hear her speak, did you? You need to get over it and move on.
Jesse would like one more magic bread.
I'm a very, very boring person. There's not really reason to have a whole lot of interest in me.
Can you sing?
The Jerks would like to thank you for the magic bread.
Did you see that request from TPE, Pearl?
No, what was it?
She said, "Can you sing?"
I wouldn't, not at 1:00 in the morning. No, you'd have asked me earlier.
Maybe on one. Tune in for one of those daytime lives, and you might catch Pearl singing.
Yes, I will sing for you then. What did you want me to sing?
What was it, TPE? I have a feeling I know. But let's see what TPE says. Oh, the glare says, "I missed my Pearl."
Do you know, I have missed being over there. I have not had a great time the last few weeks, Clara. But I've been following, listening to the letters coming out of just what a conniving situation there is in Massachusetts. The way that Turtle Boy was set up. Now, believe me, when it was first said that Turtle Boy was set up, I thought, domestics happen. It could have just been domestic. But now I am 100%. He was set up. It's astonishing. Like Runkle of the Bailey said, be careful going to Massachusetts and getting arrested.
Right? All right. And TPE said anything. She said she'll take a rain check.
Well, I promise you that I will fulfill your request, but not now. I'm going to go quiet because, like I said, the clock is ticking on me. And
I think we're all going to say goodnight. Thank you all for being here. And we appreciate you. And keep your eyes open. Watch for us to go live during the day sometime next week.
Probably Tuesday.
Probably Tuesday. All right. And that'll probably be like what time? I think it was like, it might be 9:00 Eastern in the morning, somewhere around that time.
Yeah, 9 Eastern, 2 p.m. UK.
All righty, guys. On that note, we will see you next time.
Bye.
Thanks for being here. Bye, everyone.